Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Keto. I'm Dore and I am doing a weekly vlog to share my keto weight loss progress. I'm actually not new to keto. I lost about 50 pounds in 2018 and maintained that weight loss for a couple years until the nightmare we all know as 2020. I gained all the weight that I had lost and then some, and then I restarted keto in January and have lost over 50 pounds so far. So let's go ahead and see how I did this week. If you watched my video last week, I gained weight. The audacity! I unknowingly was eating way less calories than I should, which meant I got really hungry, and then I couldn't control the cravings that I got after that and dived into my kids' snacks. This week, I'm happy to report that I am eating enough and I had a much better week. I wasn't hungry like I was last week, which is pretty normal for me. I'm not very hungry on keto. My meals keep me pretty full, and I find that I snack more out of boredom than out of hunger. Also, I realize that I have not shown any pictures of my daughter Gloria and the new braids that I put in her hair. So I put these in right before she started school. She loves them, but you can see Quincy wanted to pose as well. He's a goofball. Okay, so let's jump into my results. As I've mentioned in previous weeks, I intermittent fast and I eat 2 meals a day and a small bulletproof coffee, so I meal prep for 3 meals every week. My first meal this week was Chaffle pizzas. This was the first time that I pre-made all of the Chaffles for the week, and they did get a little softer, and I found that if you put them in the air fryer for a couple minutes, it'll crisp them right back up. When I make pizza Chaffles, I do change up my Chaffle recipe just a little bit, and my recipe is in the description below. But when I make pizzas, I do add some butter and I do add some Italian seasoning. And I find that it does make it taste more like a pizza crust. On the Chaffles, I put pizza sauce, cheese, pepperoni, mushrooms, and olives. I put them on a cooling rack and broil them in the oven until the cheese kind of browns up and the pepperonis get crispy. They're only in there for about 5 minutes, so since you're not really cooking the Chaffles, I would pre-cook any toppings that you put on top. So I did end up cooking the mushrooms ahead of time. I also assemble the pizzas right before I put them into the oven because you don't want them to get soggy. I love making Chaffle pizzas. They're really good, and it does help my craving when I am, wanting pizza, which is not usually keto. My second meal this week was chicken biryani. This is a spicy Indian dish, and this is the first time I've ever tried this. The main ingredients are chicken, cauliflower rice, jalapenos, and onions. You marinate the chicken in yogurt that's spiced with garam masala, turmeric, cilantro, and other spices. This recipe is Keto Connects, so I will go ahead and put a link to the recipe that I followed below. I thought that it was pretty good, and although I did like trying something new, I found it wasn't something I was really reaching for. Honestly, I probably could have ate Chaffle pizzas like way more than I did if I had all the ingredients, that is. I do think that this was worth trying though, and then I'll probably make it again in the future if I'm really craving some really good keto Indian food. My third meal this week was chicken wings with a side of roasted zucchini. I know I had chicken wings like 2 weeks ago. I subscribe to ButcherBox, so I get a box of high quality meat every month. When planning my meals, I usually check what meat I have and then I plan my meals around that. Last time I made the chicken wings, I bought those from the store, but I do get 3 pounds of chicken wings in every butcher box, so I wanted to just make them again. Wings are just really easy to make and they're really good, so I'll go ahead and post the recipe that I followed below. The recipe is not necessarily keto. It does try to have you add honey to the sauce, and I usually either leave that out or I'll just use some monk fruit sweetener instead. For the roasted zucchini, I chop those up ahead of time, and then when it's time to eat, I just throw them in the air fryer with some olive oil, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and some Parmesan cheese. And then I usually stick them in there at 350 for maybe like 5 minutes, and then I'll put it a little higher at 400 for a couple minutes to just crisp them up at the end. As you can probably tell, I love wings with the side of roasted veggies. It's just super easy, and it is something that I find myself reaching for. I wanted to point out here what I do on the weekends. I'm not sure if you've ever done the math, but I meal prep 3 different recipes every week, and I usually make 4 meals for each recipe. That makes 12 meals for the week, and if I'm eating 2 meals a day, then I actually need 14 meals, so I'm missing like 2 meals. I try to eat the prepped meals during the week, just makes it a lot easier, and I don't have to plan it out when I'm working and have more structure with the kids. But on the weekends where you don't have as much structure, that's when I usually like to, mix it up just a little bit. For example, sometimes I'll make a keto breakfast sandwich, or I may go over to Chipotle and pick up a burrito bowl, or I'll drink a keto chow, or I'll, when I'm meal prepping for the next week, I may have some extra food and I just may eat one of those meals. With meal prepping, I'm just really glad that I have the majority of my meals planned out for the week, and those couple extra meals do give me some variety throughout my week. Okay, let's move on to exercise. My plan is to work out for 6 days a week, and I worked out 5 days this week. Like I mentioned last week, I have decided to start running again, so I am only doing 1 mile 3 times a week right now, but I do plan to ramp that up and get to 2, maybe 3 miles. I was happy to see that I made pretty good time and that my pace is still pretty similar to where it was when I stopped running before. And now for my weight. My current weight is 187.8 pounds. That's a loss of 3 pounds for the week and a total of 53.2 pounds so far. This is a new low, so I'm happy about that. So now I just need to keep on track and get down to the 170s by Ketopalooza. Okay everyone, that is all that I have for the week. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon to get a notification every time I post a new video. I will see you next week. Bye!